Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Red. I have videos today from Manhood.
In my life, I've literally spent over $500,000 on hookers.
How old are you? You look like 20. Half of...
Best investment ever, because you know what that ROI'd me spent, and you're laughing because it's like, oh, it's funny, but you're like, wow, that makes an incredible amount of sense. And that's why it's like kind of comedic in sense, but I've thought about these things, and as far as my investment, 500,000 on hookers, I've made millions with that, those days saved where I don't have to entertain the bull. I don't have to, you know, like, let's go to a movie and this and that.
Shit. I can understand the thought process. It does make some logical sense.
Honestly, why not? This man found out the secret to getting laid without risking his
that's a lot of money.
Life. He is loving it. He has more time for his investments and no one is nagging him all day. It might
True.
look unethical, but by the end of this video, you will see why he is absolutely right and why other men are joining him. Stay until the end because this video is very interesting.
I've always told you guys, sometimes it's just better to pay, right? It's easier. It's more convenient. You don't have to deal with anything. You're not paying them to have sex. You're just paying them to leave.
Let's get into it.
Like, they love them some hoes. Like, they love them some hoes. I'm not saying go be a hoe. I'm not saying that don't do that. Don't do that. But I'm just saying boys love that shit. They really do. I'm
confused.
A hoe.
This woman is confused. She doesn't understand business and relationships. We are not in love with these hookers. We are in business. They are cheaper, and it's a pleasure business.
What does buying a hooker and buying a sandwich have in common? Both could have been avoided had your wife done her goddamn job in the first place.
True.
Tell me that's not fucking funny.
That's true. The wives refuse to do their jobs. Now we have to pay the hookers. They do a better job. From experience, and unlike the women who want to be married, they are always available.
All guys want is pussy.
Or could it be that the men that only want pussy, the men that only want sex from women, is because that's all that the women have to offer? Because for me, if pussy's all you're offering, pussy's all I want.
This is where things get hard for them. They all offer one thing, their body. That's why it's all we want. They have shown time and again they offer nothing more. Why then would we ask for anything else?
Men, these days, I see they prefer hoes.
I just said this.
Because
y'all men love
you ain't gotta
hoes.
guess. You can't get your heart broke with a hoe. Cause I know what this is. I know what she's capable of. Yeah. But you got this bitch. I can count on one hand how many So now you fall into a different love for her.
Yeah.
This what happened when I can get destroyed behind this. But it's all I know she's capable of.
As many of us have gone through.
That's crazy.
Not only are we safe from divorce and false allegations, we can't get our hearts broken. We are not emotionally or financially invested at all.
It's kind of insanely tragic to watch certain women degrade themselves and other women for the validation and attention of men who don't even see them as human beings. Watch them throw away their dignity and their self-worth for an audience that doesn't even like them, that would drop them like this, that wouldn't spit on them if they were on fire unless she let them hit. Like, girls, stand up. They don't even speak kindly of you, and you would throw yourself off a cliff for an ounce of their attention. They still treat you the way they treat the rest of us. They still call you the things that they call the rest of us. You cannot outrun your womanhood.
These women degraded themselves. They made themselves objects of pleasure for men. They showed us all they want to be slept with and dumped without a connection.
Stop this narrative that men don't like hoes.
Men came out on top in a sense when it comes to women being promiscuous.
They love them.
They just don't like when a hoe wants to be a girlfriend or a wife, but they love them. Stop acting like you're not a hoe, and maybe you'll see how much niggas like hoes. You understand?
Yes, we like what they offer, not themselves. The idea of saving them from all the trauma and baggage of sleeping with hundreds of men, that one is a no. We don't want that.
All women today are basically prostitutes. Even if you're married, you're a prostitute. In a way, I don't think most women are into sex. They're into what sex can bring them.
Yeah.
Which is the money, all the fun trips, the surgeries, the makeup, the clothes, everything they can put on the gram. They're in it to satisfy your itch so they can get what they want. But in the end, they don't want to have it. They want to get the marriage bill, pop out the child so they can get the bag secured, and then they're retired.
If all of them are hookers and whores, what is the point of loving any of them? What's the difference between having a girlfriend and a hooker if they all have similar body counts? They are all the same.
Damn. professional women probably have less body counts than the modern women nowadays.
Same.
How many guys have you got with in one night before?
Like 10. 10. Like 10.
Open your eyes. You got with 10 guys in one night.
Well, it was before we dated, so it doesn't matter.
It does matter to me. Like,
it doesn't matter.
no, I'm being serious. Like, when did you go with 10 guys in one night?
It was before we were dating, so it doesn't matter.
Oh,
It doesn't matter.
no, it matters to me that you got with 10 guys in one night. How long you guys been dating for?
It was before we dated.
It doesn't matter when it
Why are you
was.
angry? It's fine.
No, it's not fine. Who is she? I don't even know her anymore. It doesn't matter when it was. You're just for the streets. She's for the streets. She's for the streets.
Are you serious?
Yep.
My man. That's why I said the ability to walk away. For some reason, it's hard for a lot of us. It really is. Trust me, it was hard for me. But you should learn. It's the best power we got.
This man just put all his love, money, and attention on a hoe. Look at the pain in his eyes. Now he has found out the hard way. He should know better.
Yeah, I just think marriage is an L. In today's day and age, I mean, there's obviously the tradition component if you're religious, but when it comes to the government involvement and the potential financial ramifications of having to unwind a marriage, it does not make sense. Just a couple quick stats on the marriage thing. 50% of marriages end in divorce. 80% of divorces are initiated by women. 90% if she's college educated. 90% of child support payments go from men to women. 97% of alimony payments go from men to women. So I think marriage is a pretty big L for men, and they get absolutely crushed in the court system. Prenuptial agreements can get thrown out. So even if you do have a prenuptial agreement, they can definitely be thrown out. They're not bulletproof. So don't get married, guys. Don't do it.
The marriage contract is written to benefit the woman every time.
Yep.
There is not a single benefit left for us in a marriage. That's why we stopped getting married a long time ago.
Here is the reason why young men are choosing hookers over girlfriends. Modern dating, it's exhausting. Young girls, they complain about everything. Nothing is ever good enough. He didn't text back fast enough. The restaurant, it wasn't nice enough. He's not romantic enough. It's constant work, and he's never winning. A hooker, well, she just...
That's the thing, right? We're never winning. We're never doing enough, right? It's just not enough, ever.
just shows up and she's happy to be there. And she leaves when he needs to focus on his goals. No drama, no demands, no guilt trips. She doesn't drain his bank account or his mental energy. And she doesn't make him choose between herself and his future. She's just easy in every sense. Young men, get yourself a hooker or find yourself a mature woman who's got her shit together.
We have seen there is no...
All right, that turned a little south real quick. Cougar lady.
No difference between these girls and hookers. Now, why would we choose to invest money, time, and energy on them? Women suck at almost everything, and they are not pleasant to be around.
If you could go back in time and tell your 18-year-old self one thing, what would it be?
Listen, when you want to get laid, hire a hooker and go home.
We are taking this advice and hiring them. They do the job better. They are always reliable.
That's why I say we pay them to go home.
And there is almost no downside. We are safe from fake charges or allegations.
I'd rather pay a prostitute so she leaves when we're done, rather than sit here and put a bunch of money into a chick and then taking her out for nice dinners, buying her shit, and you get the same result in the end anyway. She's still paying for pussy.
At the end of the day, we are paying for the same thing. And to make the choice easier for us, they are all selling it, directly or indirectly.
True.
It's a win-win for us and them.
So let's assume a man is making $1,300 an hour, like my friend. In the traditional
Jeez, $1,300 an hour?
dating pipeline, what would be expected of him? Well, first, he'd have to spend some time making something happen. Maybe he has to go out to a bar on a Saturday night and rizz up a girl. And this is hardly a sure thing, even at the local meat market, so he'll have to have the energy and the emotional resilience to deal with the rejection that inevitably stands between him and an actual prospect. Or he'll have to spend time creating a dating profile on an app that won't land him in the invisible 90% functionally ignored by all women, and swiping on hundreds of accounts in order to get some matches. Either way, once he succeeds in getting a number, he'll need to spend more time playing the text game in order to help the woman feel sufficiently safe and sufficiently attracted, which is not an easy balance to strike, to meet up for an actual date. Of course, he'll be expected to plan the date, which will almost certainly occur at some neutral location, as opposed to his house, several days or even weeks out. On the date, he'll be expected to cover all the expenses, but as we'll see, this is the most inexpensive part of dating for him. The meeting itself will probably last 2, maybe 3 hours, with potentially an hour of commuting to and from the location.
Dude, an hour worth of work for him is $1,300.
So he likely has to block off an entire evening, and busy, successful men may only get 1 evening off a week, if that.
That sounds about right. Lately I've only been getting about 1 evening off.
And given all this time and effort and expense, there is, of course, absolutely no guarantee
100%.
that the man will even be attracted to the woman in question.
This is so true. I'm living this right now. Like, damn it. I wasted a whole evening just to meet this person, and I don't even like him.
Let alone succeed in securing a sexual encounter. And irrespective of the moral or ethics involved, this is frustrating because since men attempt to exchange resources for sexual opportunity in the sexual marketplace, this is why he's there. So even if we ignore all the monetary expenses associated with the date itself, which are potentially not insignificant, a 3-hour date bookended by an hour of travel at $1,300 an hour is $5,200.
Jeez.
This means this guy is paying $5,000 in terms of the cost to his time to go on a date with you. And this does not include any of the time and effort that went into securing the date. This may come as a shock, but most women do not just show up into a man's life with an intention to make his life easier.
Imagine spending $5,000 just for a date that might end up as dry as it started. And on the other hand, we can choose to spend a few $100s, spend less than an hour getting what we want, and go back to work. The choice is very simple.
I love whores.
Damn. Watching this more and more actually gets me into that mindset of, damn, it might be easier. It might be easier for a lot of men. Right? Like, I've always said it was, but now that it makes me think about it more and more watching this video, I'm like, yeah, it might be cheaper. It might be cheaper. And you're actually going to guarantee to get what you want. That's the other side, all right? The juice is actually worth the squeeze because we know the price.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't love whores? That's normally the best part. When whores show up, no one's ever been like, oh man, the whores are here.
This is not controversial anymore. When they show up, you know the game is going to be good, unlike these girls who bring emotional baggage and trauma sugar-coated as wanting a relationship.
We are going to see a crazy surge in prostitution in the next 10 years because we will pick prostitution over a family. I interviewed 1,000 women in a year, and it showed me the dark realities of what is going on during this year. I saw women leave their husbands over no reason. I saw women that had children go out every night of the week. And the most depressing part was how common prostitution has become. We are going to see a crazy surge in prostitution in the next 10 years. I would not be surprised if it gets legalized in all the major cities, because from what I have seen, we will pick prostitution over a family. I'm not saying that's good, but we're seeing a huge surgence of OnlyFans models of women when they're 18, 19, 20, 21 years old. Women at
those women are kind of stuck in the industry forever too. Once you join, what else can you really do?
That age have the option to get married, and they are choosing prostitution. You see them going on Aiden Ross's stream. You see them getting invited to all the hot parties. Again, that's more fun and exciting to many women than a family.
True.
It's going to rise
I can
because
see
it's
that.
the best solution for all of us. They choose to sell themselves instead of a family. We choose to buy and leave instead of committing to them. At the end, it's them who will lose.
What is your biggest regret in life?
Oh, that's not bad. My biggest regret in life is hooking up with the guy that I really like's best friends.
Oh!
And nobody knows.
No one knows. Some people might know now. If you're at home.
Damn, he's on TikTok.
This is the big benefit. We don't commit.
They tell on themselves on TikTok and then complain, don't tell anybody, like, you're on camera.
Emotionally, we pay what we consider to be enough, and we don't regret after the action. We can also do it as long as we want.
But what do you think about the hookup culture?
The hookup culture sucks, especially in Miami. I feel like if you're a girl in Miami and you're hooking up with a guy, eventually like someone's gonna catch feelings for someone else, and it just like never works out. I feel like people have too many options here. Everyone's just everyone. I feel super used. I'm like really unhappy every time I hook up with someone and it goes absolutely nowhere. And then I just wake up the next day and it sucks. And then I call you. And
Yeah.
talk to you about it.
Like the last girl that I went out with, she had a whole
Wait, you call him?
family and she didn't tell me. She had like a husband and a daughter and she was hiding it from me and didn't tell me the truth until I saw her screensaver on her phone.
They are the ones that catch feelings, regret, and end up spending money on therapy and
Well, I can't just say that because I think a lot of men catch feelings too. It's a normal thing that for both parties to be catching feelings after a certain amount of time.
Depressants. We don't have to deal with all that. It's like an exercise for us. They knew all this when they decided to go ahead and turn into hookers.
Another thing that I'm jealous of that men really lucked out on is hookup culture, because it literally only works for them. But somehow, like, and I don't even think that the men convinced women to be this way. I think women convinced themselves, like,
Correct.
yeah, like if I just sleep with him, like, it'll be better for me. And it's like, I just know that men sat back and thought, you're right, sweetheart. Let's try it. Let's try it out. Let's see.
Sure.
I think you're gonna love it. And now, like 10 years later, the women are like, oh my god, we didn't love it. We didn't love it.
We tried.
And us men are like, but you asked. We're just giving you what you want.
Warning them, shaming them, and explaining to them, but they chose not to listen. They will find out the truth after years of helping us and regret it, but it will be too late. We will not be there to save them.
There are women who are mad at their man right now because they saw somebody else's husband on social media laying out the roses and rose petals, the bottle of champagne. They don't know that the woman is the one who set it up and she just pretended that it was him.
This is the kind of BS that most men in marriages and relationships are dealing with. I bet that woman is a retired hoe who fooled that man into marrying her.
What was the worst financial decision that you made throughout your career?
Oh man, getting married, man. Getting married, man. My divorce wiped me out. It was terrible. Marriage is a business. I didn't look at it like that. You know, I was one of those sucker for love kind of guys. So I was, I'm in love, you know.
It's men. Men were just suckers for love. I think it's a good thing. That's why society is still as good as it is now, because we care about women. We made society better. If we only cared about men, we would have a lot less comforts in life.
It's a business, and if you don't look at it like that, that could be one of the worst financial mistakes you make. I'm being honest, being very blunt. Wiped me out, had to start over from scratch.
If anyone still has doubts, look at all the problems with married men. In addition to that, they will get divorced and lose nearly everything they own. The women turned themselves into hoes and are punishing us hard if we try to save them.
One of the worst things about dating a low-quality woman, the list is so massive, but one of the absolute worst is that you are exposed to her horrible way of seeing the world. That constant exposure is toxic. The low-quality woman is petty. She's insecure. She's always complaining. She sees negativity in everything. She's always the victim. You're always the bully. She's always putting you down. She's always insulting you, criticizing you. She believes that she's entitled to all of the good things in life, but that she shouldn't have to work for it.
Unfortunately, they are all low-quality women. We will not date them or deal with all those problems. We will take them for what they are, whores. We will pay them what they earn, pennies, and we will replace them immediately when they get old and ugly.
They think that that's what the world ended up being, is men doing what we want. Like always.
They can lay down with men indiscriminately and it has no effect on their soul and their psyche and their brain, which is not true. They are degraded each and every time they lay down with a new man, for he not only pokes his into their orifice, he also pokes his to their heart, and they come to you damaged with many holes in their shattered heart. They can never be whole.
And lastly, while they live in this illusion, we are not affected by it at all. We are able to sleep with as many women as we can without hurting ourselves, our bodies, or our productivity. That is why we prefer hookers over these females who want relationships.
I wouldn't say sleep as many as we can. It wouldn't hurt our bodies and ourselves. There's a lot of STDs out there, and quite a bit of those STDs are permanent. Just saying. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that, and catch you guys next time.